to tell you the truth, to be completely honest with you. Two very common statements that we often use. Well, I certainly don't anymore because I was taught a long time ago by some of the best behavioural scientists and communicators in the world that they are two very dangerous statements to make subconsciously. Because if I say to you to tell you the truth, there is an insinuation that up until now I haven't been telling you the truth and now I am going to tell you the truth. Same with to be completely honest with you. There is a suggestion that up until now I haven't been completely honest with you and now I will be. So just some minute changes in wording. However, what I would like to share with you right now is the truth in a very stark and personal and almost scary way. We live in a world right now, I'm sure you're aware, that there is lots of lying, stealing, cheating, dishonesty, lack of integrity. Whether it's in business or personal lives, we hear every day about somebody cheating on their partner or somebody lying or somebody stealing from the bank or somebody stealing from their boss or people taking advantage of some kind of scam on the internet or taking advantage of people that get scammed on the internet. There's a whole heap of yuck stuff that happens in the world to do with cheating and lying and being dishonest and having a lack of integrity. So the truth about all of that, if we were being totally honest with ourselves, is it possible that we have been dishonest, not told the truth, cheated and lied many times in our lives, and we're lying to ourselves about whether or not we've been doing that, or we just don't want to admit it to anybody. We might be admitting it to ourselves, but we certainly wouldn't share that with anybody else. So this is pretty stark conversation. It's pretty harsh. And I'm being very harsh on myself, and you'll understand why. I want to share with you that in my personal career, I feel like I was a liar, a cheat, and I stole for a major part of the first part of my career as an exercise professional. I was dishonest. I had a complete lack of integrity. And I really hope that you learn from my mistakes. Number one is I'm really happy to share them with you so that you can learn from my mistakes. You don't have to make the same ones. OPM, other people's mistakes, is much easier to learn from. And if people ask me what's the biggest mistake you've ever made in business, I will happily share with you that I was dishonest, that I lied and I cheated. Whoa. I got a qualification, and I'll go back a lot even further than that. I started teaching group exercise classes at my school, thanks to an awesome school principal who could see in my eyes that that's what I was passionate about. But I had no qualifications. I had no understanding of how the human body worked. I just watched somebody else teach classes. I practiced what they did and I went and taught classes. So I had no integrity when it came to understanding whether what I was giving my class participants was safe or unsafe. I'm very privileged that the product that we have as exercise professionals, the service that we deliver, and I'll go back a step, the product is brilliant and it works. And if you deliver it with great service, people will actually want to buy it. Like any business fundamental, find a problem, create a solution, create a wow experience, and people want to buy your product or service. There's no doubt about that. It'll just work. So I am and was really privileged because the product of exercise is brilliant, it works, and I was really passionate about it. Now, I was passionately and sincerely wrong. I was giving people stupid exercises that didn't work, and I didn't learn my anatomy and physiology, so I was arrogant on top of that. So I was ignorant and arrogant, which is the worst kind of person, of course, because you pretend that you know what you're talking about, or you actually believe that you know what you're talking about, even though you don't. And that was me. And it's embarrassing, but I learnt, and I learnt unfortunately the hard way, but luckily I learnt on my own body. So I didn't learn how the human body works. I went and finally got qualified, so I started teaching classes and getting paid money at 13. I went and did my first qualification when I was 16, and as I often share with much interest, because it's a very interesting thought process or that this could even happen. 9 days of teaching exercise. learning how to teach exercise, which was anatomy, physiology, exercise programming, first aid, how to teach aquarobics, how to teach group classes, how to be a gym instructor, and how to look after special populations of people in 9 days. So of course I learnt nothing, but I was given a piece of paper. We just skimmed over the top of a whole heap of topics, but I don't think the person teaching the course knew much deeper than skimming either, because if you're passionate about something, is it possible that you want people to learn, you want people to understand, so you teach in a way that gets people to think for themselves, not tell them what to think. So that particular course was definitely, this is what you have to do, this is how to do it, and this is how to think. And I didn't ask any questions, so that I'm not blaming the person who delivered the course. I'm very disappointed in myself that I was so silly not to ask why and how. But this is where the dishonesty comes in now, and this is where the lack of integrity and the lying and the cheating and the stealing comes from. Because I went out into the world with the tiniest piece of knowledge, pretending I had the large piece of knowledge because I had a piece of paper that said I was a qualified fitness instructor. And I started stealing people's time, wasting people's time, stealing their future integrity of their bones and joints and good, their health and well-being. And luckily, the hard way I learned was that I hurt myself first. I think that I was the first person that I gave any serious injury to. So I had to learn pretty quickly that what I was doing didn't work. And I'm asking, if you are in business, if you are delivering information of any kind, but particularly if you're delivering information that can affect somebody's health and well-being, do we not have a responsibility to learn what it is that's going to give people a healthy, fit, strong body, not just regurgitate somebody else's opinion, not just read something in a magazine or even go to a course? And I can say that very passionately because I'm now the education my passion is education for the exercise profession. We train people to be top-level exercise professionals, but we want people to think for themselves. I often share this with my Max exercise professionals and business professionals. If you see anything in the Max program that you don't know why we're doing it and how it works, and it's not based on the absolute fundamentals of anatomy and physiology and how the human body works as a system, as a high-performing machine, then you need to ask why and how, because that's all the things that I didn't do. And I didn't just do one course because I like to learn, so I went and did multiple courses. I have 9 pieces of paper to say that I'm a qualified exercise professional, and then I have lots, in a book full of them, of other courses, supplementary courses that I've done on exercise programming, and I've got quite a few on nutrition, quite a few on food, menopause, children, how to look after elite athletes. I've gone and specialised in a whole heap of courses, and every single one of those courses was all about telling me what to think rather than me thinking for myself. So I would take somebody else's opinion, and it might have been right, but I don't know because I didn't ask. So I took somebody's opinion and then presented it to people, and I know that I stole their time. I cheated them out of a healthy, fit, strong future because I hurt their joint or hurt their when I say hurt, there's hurt injury where you actually, it feels painful. But if you wear out somebody's body so that in the future they can't exercise, I think you're stealing a hell of a lot more than just their time and the pain to recover from an injury. Because I can't get the time back if I'm injured. I can't, if I'm getting fitter and stronger, that's going to take me backwards. But there's a lot of people that get injured, and there's a lot of people that get hurt, and there's a lot of people that have their time wasted that never exercise again, which means I'm stealing their future, because the human body is capable of being healthy, fit and strong for long. We can stay, and I've experienced people in some of the blue zones in the world where they're living to over 100 years of age with great quality of life. Healthy, fit, strong people that are still working, still making love to their partner, still dancing and playing sport with their kids, loving their life, and they're over 100 years of age. I don't want to steal that from anybody. How about you? I don't want to lie to people and tell them that this is a great exercise if it's not true. And I used to do that because I didn't ask any questions. I would say, do this exercise, great exercise, burns fat off your abs. Do this exercise, great exercise for your legs. Not realizing that when I put put a human body in the seated position in a leg extension machine with a weight at the end of a long lever and get them to lift, I'm now grinding their femur against their patella against their femur, and I'm putting shearing forces across their knee, and I'm going to injure their knee. That's called stealing, because when you're injured, you can't exercise. If I tell them it's a good exercise and it's not, that's called lying. I'm being very careful about what I say, because I don't want people to do this anymore, but I also understand that human beings get to do what they want. Exercise people can give people whatever exercises they want to, and human beings can take on those exercises and do them. I get that. And there's plenty of people who go to a personal exercise coach or use a product or service, any kind of product or service, and it's dodgy, it doesn't work, or it's going to hurt them, or it's going to waste their time, or it's ineffective, and people still buy them anyway. We have a beauty industry that's worth $1 trillion, and there's some very, very strong research to show that wrinkle cream doesn't work, and that by taking additional vitamins, minerals and supplementation that might not be that effective. But they're all businesses that we all get to choose. And then there's things like alcohol and drugs and smoking that are obviously you wouldn't recommend for somebody to do them, but humans keep doing that anyway. They're quite happy. As a human being, I am quite capable of, and I'm allowed to, steal my own health from myself. If I want to smoke, if I want to drink, if I want to take drugs, if I want to jump off buildings or out of planes, they're all high-risk things that could end my life early or give me poor quality of life. And I have to accept that risk as a human being, and if I do those particular activities. But let's not lie to ourselves. If I'm going to jump out of a plane, I have to I'm taking a risk that something might happen, and I shouldn't lie to myself and say that it's risk-free. If I take a certain medication and everyone tells me it's perfectly safe, but I don't find out whether or not it is perfectly safe, and then that medication has a serious side effect, well, I can't blame the medication, and I can't blame the people that told me to take it. Do I need to take responsibility for myself and say, I didn't really look at what that was? So I cheated myself, I lied to myself, I was dishonest with myself rather than blaming other people. So as an exercise professional particularly, I am now talking from my heart to yours. This is a real easy fix. The easiest thing for me to do, just to stop lying, stop stealing and stop cheating on people's time, was to become a professional person. Don't tell somebody that an exercise is a good one if it's not. And ignorance is not a defense. I learnt that the hard way. Oh, I didn't know that. If you're a mechanic for a car and somebody gives you money to fix their car and you don't know anything about the car, somebody taught you perhaps this is how to fix it, and it doesn't work anymore, or it's broken, or the person has a car accident, you can't claim ignorance on that one. Oh, look, I just didn't know, or that's what my boss told me to do. If I take something and put it into my hands and it becomes my responsibility, do I now have the responsibility to give that person, to give that client, to give that member the very best of me? Not because I'm following somebody else, not because I'm regurgitating somebody's opinion, not because I'm doing what everybody else is doing. 50 million people telling a lie doesn't mean it's not a lie. It's still a lie. And I don't want to be that person. And it was a really tough, I really had to go back. There was a time in my life I had to go back to my own clients and say, I've been wasting your time. I've been stealing your time. I've been cheating you of a possibility of strong bones and muscles for the rest of your life, because I've been giving you exercises that are putting shearing forces across your joints, and I've been giving you exercises that waste your time, and I've been giving you exercises that are ineffective. But I'm learning, and as a human being, I want to keep learning. Not be ignorant and not know, and not be arrogant and pretend that I know, but to be the human being that with integrity can look my clients in the eye and say, I am giving you the safest exercise possible for these reasons, and I know that because I've researched it for myself, I understand it for myself, I can explain it simply, and the only reason that somebody would get injured or hurt when they exercise with me is because it was an accident. A weight fell on their toe, or they tripped on a piece of carpet, or we went running on the beach and they went swimming and a shark bit them. Like they're accidents. But I don't want to ever be in the position, I've got a flight, how cool's that? I don't ever want to be in a position where I'm responsible for stealing somebody's time, for cheating them of a healthy, fit, strong body for the rest of their life, and then lying to them because I said that's a safe exercise and it's not. I think that whatever business you're in, could it be a really good idea to consider, what am I telling people, and is it the truth? Is it the truth because I know it's the truth, or because I'm repeating somebody else's opinion? Am I regurgitating what everybody else is doing just because everybody else is doing it? So if you have a look at some of the common things that happen in your business, so if you're in the beauty industry, it might be, well, does this cream really work and why? If you're in the nutrition supplementation business, what is actually in this product and how will it actually help, or am I just believing the hype that comes with the advertising? If you're a medical professional, are you giving out drugs and pharmaceuticals because you actually know that they're going to help the person? Or, and this is a really uncomfortable question, but I have many medical professionals in my life who quite openly share with me that they deliver this drug to people because they've gone on a special holiday or been given an expensive bottle of wine, or they've been bribed in some other way, shape or form to be the doctor that delivers this medication. Now, this is not a conspiracy theory. I'm just sharing with you what some medical professionals share with me quite openly, that yes, we deliver these medications because we get bribed to do it, and it's fun. Or we go on a holiday to skiing in Aspen, and the pharmaceutical company paid for that. That's great. We live in a world like that. That's called being dishonest, lack of integrity, cheating, stealing, lying. People do it all day, every day. And I can't change what other people do, and people can do whatever they want to. What I am asking is this: when you look in yourself, in your mirror at the end of your day, are you the professional person that you can be really proud of? If everything you do was put in front of a court of law or the court of public opinion, if the public could look into your life or look into the business that you're offering or the service, would the public say, this is a person who's honest, they have integrity, they don't lie and they don't steal? It seems almost common practice in a lot of businesses to have a sales spiel and to tell a story. Every time we turn the television on and there's advertising, it's people pretending to believe in a product to sell you a product, and they've been paid to sell it to you. And we go and buy those products. I don't know if we ever give that any thought. Why am I buying this product? Because I saw it on television, because that person was doing it. No, that person was paid to sell it to me. And wouldn't it be good if we were just a little bit more open and we asked a few more questions, and we were a little bit more of a detective when it comes to information delivered to us, whether it's from a medical professional or an exercise professional, from a mechanic or from a dentist or whoever's giving us information. If you're going to invest money into a professional person, do you have the right to expect that they are actually a professional person, that they know their stuff, whatever they're selling you is not going to hurt you, it's not going to waste your time, and it's going to be effective? And for most of my career path, because I've been doing this a really long time, I started at 13, and I didn't really, the hardcore, Rowie, you've got to stop wasting people's time, didn't come till about 25 years of age for me, where I really had to take a close look at myself and say, you're cheating people, Rowie. You're telling people that you know what you're talking about, and you don't. You're telling people to do an exercise, and you don't even know why you're telling them to do it. You're just repeating somebody else's opinion. So please don't be the lying, cheating, stealing exercise person that I was. Please be the honest, respectful person of integrity, if you call yourself any kind of business person, but particularly an exercise professional. If you're in the business, or if you want people to invest money in you as an exercise professional, should you know your anatomy and physiology, or have you cheated your way through that, whatever course you have done? If you're doing the Max program, it's really interesting because people cheat their way through the program. Of course they do. But it's very obvious that that's what they're doing. And some people even cheat. They know how to cheat the system well enough to be able to get through the program. So I have to tick the boxes because technically they've done the right thing. But then who are you cheating? If you cheat your way through any kind of education, If you then go and charge a client or a member premium price for your product or service, and you've cheated your way through your education, would you be proud to tell them that? Would you be proud to say, look, there was 100 sessions in my program, but I skimmed through them, I Googled the answers, I did just enough to get by to pass the test that I could get this bit of paper so I can charge you premium price to look after your body. And I'm sure that we would never say that, and it sounds disgusting coming out of my mouth. But I'm stumping up to that, I'm owning up to that. That's exactly what I did. I had a piece of paper, and then I lied to people and I cheated them of their time and I wasted their time and stole their time because I wasn't the professional person that they thought I was. Here's a great question. Do your customers and clients have the right to trust that you have the qualification? Yes. Then there's a lot of people, particularly in the exercise profession, that don't even have any qualifications. But their clients haven't asked to see their qualifications. Do we have the right to ask? Of course. But more importantly than that, do your clients and members have the right to know that you can actually help them because you have studiously, meticulously, and with passion and respect for yourself and for your potential clients and members, learned your anatomy, learned your physiology, and learned how you can actually help people to get healthy, fit and strong. You didn't do just enough to get by. When I stand here as an old lady having to share these ugly stories with you, it's not much fun. But I see people every day trying to cheat the system, and they're going to repeat my mistakes. So I'm hoping that you can learn from my mistakes. Whatever business you're in, please don't cheat, please don't steal, please don't lie, please have integrity. All I can do is hope that you'll do that. As a consumer of a product, as a consumer of particularly the exercise product, please make sure that your professional is truly a professional. They're qualified, they know, they understand, and they can explain how to get your body healthy, fit and strong. They're not going to steal your time. They're not going to cheat your body of its future of being a healthy, fit, strong human, and they're not going to lie to you about it. Wouldn't that be the kind of exercise professional that you'd want to invest time and money in? Somebody who is respectful of you and of themselves, and would never want to put you in a position where you find out that they've lied, that they've cheated or they've stolen. Let's be respectful, people. Could that be a really good idea?